Good morning, Dice Throne players. We are in my Messenger series, Dice Throne Adventures, where the Messenger was a little indie game by Sabotage Studios that I really liked a couple years ago that I played, and it's where you play a ninja that travels back and forth through time. It was really cool, and I was like, well, it'd be neat if we did a Messenger style playthrough of Dice Throne where I soloed the ninja going through the entire campaign. So just to give a little review about where we're at, I've so far completed. Let's see. I have completed the Portal Crawl 1 in the boss battle, and I'm on Portal Crawl 3, which is the third scenario. This is the actually the fourth session, and I will start out with one salve from my previous session, and I actually have the cards that I have in my deck from the loot shop. So far I have Get Out of Here 2, Prosperity, Health Potion, Not This Time 2, and Campfire. So those are extra cards that I have in my deck. And we have our messenger here, the ninja herself. So she's starting out at 35 health and 2 combat points. So just take a look at the scenario card here that I start out with. Indeed, 35 health and 15 gold. And upon defeat, I either get 2 commons and 2 rares, or record the loss. Now I repeat the scenario, which I've actually had to do before, and this is normal. Upon victory, I collect either 2 commons and 2 rares, record the win, and advance to the next scenario. Alright. I have my coffee, I got my granola bar. Little man is asleep right now, so we're maybe able to get this in. Alright, let's go through. So there's a couple ways I got to get the 3 shards here. There's one here, here, and here. So I have to get those 3 shards in order to unlock the boss battle. And there's also 4 salves that I can collect. I think I'm actually going to go this way and make my way to get that salve. So I'm going to go to the first tile here. And it looks like we're at the Void Crater. The ninja's beginning at the Void Crater, where it spawns a level 1 minion. Remove all status effects from yourself. You may pay 2 CP or place 1 card from your hand to the discard pile. So I have no status effects. I will go ahead and draw my 4 cards, just like in Dice Throne. I got Phantom Knives, Throwing Stars, Dojo, and Transference. Alright. So we spawn a level 1 minion. Here we go. It's been a while since I've played, so I'm hoping it's like riding a bike. So here's our level 1 minion, Goblin Enchanter. He has 10 health and 1 CP. He does not have first strike, so that means I go first. So I go from 2 CP to 3, and I draw a card. And I got Smoke Offering. If you discard 1 card, a chosen player gains Smoke Bomb. That's a good card. Let's see. We'll go ahead and play Dojo. Promo card. Roll 1 die. 6. I gain Smoke Bomb and 2 Ninjutsu, which is pretty awesome there. Because the promos only work when you roll a 6. Otherwise, you draw a card, you get a refund. Alright. So what else would I want to do? He's got 10 health. Let's try to take him out in one roll here. Because with 2 Ninjutsu, I can do it. There's a good chance. 6, 6, 5, 2, 3. The double 6s, of course, are enticing. Ninja really doesn't have much to do with 6s other than Shade Walk and Smokescreen. I don't really need Smokescreen because I'm already charged up here. I'm tempted to go to keep the 2 and the 3 and the 5, I think. Reroll the 6s. 3 and a 6. I'm going to keep the 3 and reroll the 5 and the 6. Alright, we actually end up with a Death Blossom, so I say let's do that. So we're going to start out with a good old Death Blossom. Roll 5 dice, deal 1 for every sword, 2 for every shuriken, and on the mask it becomes undefendable. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7. That's 7 damage, and I'm going to use 1 Ninjutsu. And what Ninjutsu does is, after attacking, a player with this token may spend it. On 1 through 3, add 1 damage. On 4 through 5, add 2 damage. On 6, you can either add 2 damage, inflict delayed poison, or make your attack undefendable. So, I'm going to attempt to make it undefendable and add damage at the same time. So let's see. There's 1, that adds 1, so that goes from 7 to 8. Let's add another Ninjutsu. Alright, so we're at 9. Okay. So it's not undefendable, but it's at 9. So he gets a defense roll. With his defense roll, roll 3 of his dice. And for every swirl, he does 1 damage back. For every chaos, he inflicts poison. So looks like he is inflicting poison to me. Which with poison during my upkeep phase, I take 1 damage. So unfortunately, that's well. So that he does not get another turn here, I'm going to use my attack modifier, Throwing Star. So I roll 5 dice, and for every shuriken, it adds 1. And we just basically need to add, that cost me 1 CP. We basically just need, 1 shuriken. We should be good. And there's the 1. So it makes my attack from 8 to from 9 to 10. And that's enough right there. And I rolled it twice because it said you can re-roll up to 5 of these dice. So we do enough to take him out, but he leaves me with a poison. So he's at 0. So upon defeating the minion here, we get the reward of 1 loot. So we'll look over at our loot table and we'll roll our loot die. Roll loot die first. We got a 12. 12, we get 1 gold. And gold is spent later in the shop to upgrade your deck. So if, for example, if we ended on 16 right now, we would count it as 20. And I would spend 20 gold in the shop. And you can also, on your score sheet, use do not spend gold, and you get points for you get 1 point for every 5 gold not spent. So that helps your score at the end. Alright, so we have taken out the level 1 minion there, and now let's go to our goal here. We'll get a salve. And oh, and I forgot, I started with one salve from. And what a salve does, it heals heal 3+1 for portal shard collected, or revive the down teammate to 1 health. So they're good healing potions for sure. So I collected the loot chest. So I go ahead and roll it, and I got a 20. Nice. So I get a rare. So I'm gonna draw a rare card, and so at the end of the game, and I put the rares right here. I put 1, 2, 3, 4 common, rare, epic, legendary. I can buy this for 10 gold, which is a discount because it's usually 15 for a rare. So it gives me an opportunity to buy it at a discount later. Alright. Put that back. So now we're on 2 here. And we look like we're at the Stained Pyre. Oh man. That's some pretty cool art. So the Stained Pyre, it says gain 2 gold and spawn a level 2 minion. Alternatively, receive 3 damage and explore an unexplored adjacent tile. I think I'm actually going to receive the 3 damage. And explore the next tile. So we'll go ahead and we can keep moving. Cascade Waterfalls, which spawns a level 2 minion. The other one did not spawn a minion. I had the choice to either gain 2 gold and spawn, or I could just move on and take 3 damage. So we decided to take the 3 damage. So, and move on to the Cascade Waterfalls. So this one's rough. Not necessarily. It says remove all status effects from the active player and draw 2. So even though I lose my smoke bomb, I lose my poison too. So that's pretty good. All right, and I get to draw 2 cards. I got Shade Walk upgrade, which is my mini ult, and Bye Bye, which removes the status effect from a chosen player. All right. So let's spawn this level 2. Level 2s are nothing to scoff at. They can be quite difficult actually. Nope, it's level 1. Level 2, looks like we're facing the Raging Centaur. He gets first strike. He has 15 health. And 2 CP. And he gets to go first. So with him going first, he gets a basic turn. Of course, he doesn't draw any cards. He just goes straight to the roll phase. And the active player immediately discards a random positive status effect. It may not be spent before it is discarded. Wow, I don't have any positive status effects. So, all right. So it looks like I'm going for the roll objective of 2 slashes, 2 swirls. So I got 1 slash, 2, or these are portals, I believe. A slash, a portal, and 1 chaos. So I just need another slash. Oh, doesn't count. It's got to be on the board. Nope. 1 more. So I didn't satisfy the roll objective here. See, this is what you're going for when you're playing. You're going for that roll objective, and then after 3 rolls, you go ahead and see what the best attack you can do as the minion. If I was playing with other people, the person to my left would be rolling for the boss. So I can still modify his dice, but I mean I don't have the ability to. But if I could, I have the opportunity to. I'll say it that way. So we just really, because I didn't get that slash, every one requires 2 slashes. He's not really able to do anything. He whiffed, which is kind of crazy. So he's not doing anything to me, which is great. He's got 15 health, so he's got a lot of health going on here. I don't know if I can take him out in one go, but let's see. CP card, and I drew Helping Hand. Select one of your opponent's dice and force them to re-roll it. I still have my Phantom Knives card here that deals 1 undefendable damage to 3 opponents, and I can choose the same person so it effectively does 3 damage. I may use that depending on my roll here, but let's see. We may be going for Smoke Screen because with Ninja I like to get into the shadows, prepare the get the ninjutsu, then on the next turn burst, right? So this could be a prep phase right here, but we'll see what we roll. So I did get a 5, and I'm going to keep the shuriken and the mask and 1 sword and try to get another shuriken. Okay, so we did, and that's a smoke screen. So with smoke screen, I gain 1 smoke bomb, 2 ninjutsu, and I inflict delayed poison on him. Alright. Since I'm not attacking him, he doesn't get a defense roll. And at the end of my turn, it's his go. So again, we're going for this roll objective of 2 slashes, 2 portals, and 1 chaos dice. There's the 2 slashes, a portal, and a chaos dice. So we're going for another portal. Didn't get it. Oh, don't count. It's got to be in the tray. Oh, I didn't get it. So he actually got one of the weakest parts where he deals 4 defendable damage with the 2 slashes and the portal. So the active player immediately discards a random positive status effect. It may not be spent. It may not be spent. Okay, this is immediately. So this is as soon as the card comes out. Since I didn't have that, this does not apply. It is the way that I read it, because it says immediately. And at the time he came out, I didn't have any status effects. So I think I can keep my status effects here. He's doing 4 damage to me. It's not really worth doing a smoke bomb for, but I tell you, HP matters in this game. It really does, and my status effects are never safe. I think I will use my smoke bomb actually, and I could potentially 4. So 4. If I remember right, yeah, it's got to be 1, 2, or 3 for me to avoid all damage. And I don't have any way of modifying it. So it goes through. I got 4. Not bad. I got 4 defendable damage coming my way. So for my defense, for Shade Shift, I roll 3 dice. On 1 sword, I deal 1 damage. On a shuriken, I deal 2. And if I get 2 mask, I can gain smoke bomb and I can reuse it, and I also may re-roll one of these dice. So I'm gonna re-roll the 2. So I got a 6, 4, and 2. So the 2 and the 4 does 3 damage back to him, which ain't bad. Defense doing 3 back's not bad at all. And the thing about the ninja, a lot of re-roll attempts. Probably the most of any other character. Just naturally built into the character. Alright. So it is my go. And I'll gain another CP, so I'm up to 4. And he did do 4 damage to me, so let's record that. So I'm at 28. He's at 12. After the end of his turn, delayed poison goes off, which was this negative status effect that I put on him. And he takes 3 undefendable damage, so he's at 9. Okay. And in Dice Throne, you can only have 6 cards in your hand. I have 7. at the end of your turn. But I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my Poison Blade to Poison Blade 2. So Poison Blade inflicts delayed poison and deals 5 damage. This gives me the chance to roll 1 dice, and on a sword it inflicts delayed poison, but on a shuriken or a mask it inflicts 2 delayed poisons. So it gives me the chance to inflict 2, which is great, and deal 5 damage. So that's a small straight doing 11 damage. That's pretty good, but let's see if we can take him out here. So we're going to shoot for 9 damage here. Alright, we got a 4, 4, 6. We almost got to walk the line, which I think I will go with it for. Let's re-roll the 3 and the 6. And put it right here on the top. 2, 3, 4, 5. We got the small straight. Let's re-roll it. Ah, man. We did not get the... we still got the small straight though. 2, 3, 4, 5. Which I think that's the best thing to do. Alright. So it's going to be doing 5 damage. And I roll 1 dice. On a 2, inflict delayed poison on them. But we're going to try to take them out now. So let's use both of my... Let's see, let's just use 1 Ninjutsu. 1 Ninjutsu, let's see what happens. So on a 1 through 3, add 1 damage. On 4 through 5, add 2. On a 6, I can either add 2 damage, inflict delayed poison, or make the attack undefendable. Press it down. 4. So that adds 2, so that turns it from 5 to 7, which is good. Let's spend the other Ninjutsu. 2, so it's up to 8. This one's tough. I'm going to go ahead and just do the 8 defendable damage, and he gets a defense roll. Of 3. So he inflicts knockdown. So on my next turn, I actually do not get CP or a card when I'm knocked down. That's what that negative status effect does. Alright. And I'm actually going to go ahead and... So I'm doing 8, so he's only got 1 HP left. I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 CP to play Phantom Knives and do 3 undefendable damage to him to take him out. And so with the Raging Centaur, he has a 2, a level 2 rare, or level 2 chest. So I'm going to roll my loot die. I got a 7. So look on my loot table here. With 7, I draw a card. Ooh, walk the line upgrade. That will be really good. Alright, and he is out of here. So I say let's go ahead and move up to the boss here. And we'll probably take a break after this one. I'll cut and come back. But this is a level 4. I'm sorry, level 3. 4. I got it. No Roman numerals. This is the Valley of Bones. Oh man. So we'll put the portal shard here. We're unlocking it. So I get a hero bonus of 2 CP. So I go ahead and I get that. It cost me 2 CP to use my Phantom Knife, so I'm just going to go back to 4. It spawns a level 4 minion. Roll 1 die, and I gain gold equal to the roll value and receive half the value as damage, rounded up. Wow. So I'll roll 1 die. So I gain 2 gold, which is nice. But I'm also receiving 1 damage. And we're spawning a level 4 minion, which is pretty intense. and I got knocked down on it. Oh. We got the Emperor Cobra, who gets 1 Chaos dice. And the Chaos dice is spent if I roll an ultimate or if they whiff. They get to, they get a Chaos dice. And basically the Chaos dice will, if they whiff, if the Imperial Cobra whiffs and is not able to attack, then they get another roll attempt if their Chaos dice roll is successful. And the scenario card tells you the King's Hand token that a successful roll is 4 through 6. Or if I get an ultimate, I would have to re-roll one of the dice if they roll a successful King's Hand roll. So hopefully I explained that good. But this one's tough though. This one's going to be 30 CP. And 30 health and 8 CP. And weirdly enough, the Cobra does not get first strike, because I thought that would make sense. So I get to go first. I got knocked down on me, so I'm not able to get a card or gain CP. Alright, so I do want to, I think I will upgrade my Shade Walk to Shade Walk 2 for 2 CP. And let's roll. One, 4, 4, 6, 2. So we did get a smoke screen, which I'm going to choose. Which get smoke bomb, 2 Ninjutsu. And they get delay poison, so the Cobra's poisoned. Let's see, the Imperial Cobra, his attack is 3 portals, inflict poison, entangle, and 2 bleed. His passive is at the conclusion of your turn, your opponent receives 1 damage for each negative status effect they have. Okay, he gets a defense roll. Okay, he does a lot of status effects. So it's his go, and I gotta go for 3 portals. There's 2. There's 3. So he inflicts poison, entangled, and 2 bleed. Sometimes I have to check the, I can't remember all the status effects. Let me check the bleed. That's the one I'm fuzzy on. Which the Dice Throne Adventures rule book actually has the status effects on the very back, so quick reference. Oh, I actually grabbed Barbed Vine. Bleed is the hand with the blood on it. That's the bleed token. So bleed, negative status effect. A player afflicted with this token rolls 1 dice during the upkeep phase. On 1 through 4, 1 damage is dealt. On 5 through 6, remove it. Entangle, I believe I just get 2. Player afflicted with this token has 1 fewer roll attempts during their next offensive roll phase. So I get 1 less attempt with entangled. And poison, I take 1 on my upkeep phase. So a lot of status effect. I'm going to do my instant action of bye-bye for 2 CP and remove that poison, because that could cause some issues down the road. And so that is his turn. And it also says at the conclusion of your turn, your opponent receives 1 damage for each negative status effect they have. And I have 3. 2, 3. Yeah, so I take 3 damage. Pure Cobra's nothing to scoff at. Alright, so it's my turn, and this time, it's my upkeep phase. I'll roll my 2 dice for the bleeds. So a 5 and a 2, so 1 is removed, but 1 hurts me. I'm going to take 1 damage. And Entangle only at 2 offensive roll attempts. So I gain a CP for my upkeep phase, or my income phase, and I draw a card. I drew twice as wild. Good card. Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead and do a, let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and roll. We got 2 rolls this time because of Entangle. Ooh, we got 6, 6, 6. Got 3 6s and 2 4s. Definitely gonna keep the 6s. Well, let's think about this. I only got 1 more roll. What was the other one? A 2 and a 5, I think. Well, I got Jugulate automatically. Oh, and they get hit with delay poison, so they're 27. I'm not feeling really good on this next. It was a 2 and a 5, I believe. Even though I got Jugulate, more Ninjutsu ain't gonna really help me. I think I'm just actually gonna re-roll everything. Actually, I'm gonna keep the 2 and the 5. Re-roll 3 6s. There we go. So that's it's actually a Death Blossom, which is I'll take. So Entangled is off, and I'm doing Death Blossom. I roll 5 dice. For every sword I do, that's 5 damage. Okay, not the greatest. I'm gonna spend both of my Ninjutsu to modify the attack. So I want to add 1 and make it undefendable. So I'm doing 6 undefendable back to him, which is not great, but I'll take it. Alright. My second main phase, and I'll end turn. So it's King Cobra's go. And we're going for 3 portals. There's 1. Guys, he might not get it. He might whiff. He whiffed. So he gets to use his Chaos token. And if he rolls a 4, 5, or 6, he can have an additional roll attempt. He got a 1. So he whiffed and Chaos Dice failed, so it's my go. I got to roll for bleed. So a 5 is removed. Nice. And gain a CP, draw a card, Death Blossom 2, automatic upgrade. Boom. Just makes it so much better. Gives me that reroll option. Alright. Let's roll some dice. Got a 3, got 2 6s. We also got a 3. So we do almost have the smoke screen. Oh, and I also take 1 damage because I had a negative status effect. Let's try to go for another shuriken. We got 3, 4, 5, 6. Also did get smoke screen. I think I'm gonna lock in a smoke screen actually. Yeah, let's lock in a smoke screen. I can't. Nah, let's. Yeah, let's lock in a smoke screen. I can't use smoke bomb. I can gain 2 ninjutsu and inflict him with delay poison. Alright, here's go. Okay. He got 1 swirl. He didn't get a swirl. He got 2. So he whiffed. But he has no more chaos die, so he can't do his cheap trick. And he takes 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. So he's at 18. Alright, well that worked out. Got a health potion. I'll save that. Alright. So I'm going to go into my offensive roll phase. Got 2, 3, 4, 6. I want to keep the 3 swords and the shuriken. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'll hold on to that. 4. Also Death Blossom. I'm gonna go lock in a Death Blossom too. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8. That's 9. And I'm going to spend both of my ninjutsu. So that's doing 9. Well, I can re-roll up to 2 of these dice. So let me do that. Let me do that first before I spend the ninjutsu, because I'm gonna re-roll my sword. Oh, I got a sword. Okay, now let's spend the 2 ninjutsu. Okay, so I got 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm doing 12 defendable. It's pretty good. And he rolls 1 for his defense. And he gives me bleed. Alright, and he's taking 12. So he's at 6. Alright, yes, and Cobras go. We got 1 portal. And he got it. So, I'm going to do Helping Hand. Select one of your opponent's dice and force them to re-roll it. I'm going to have him re-roll one of those pretty little portals that he got. He didn't get it, so he whiffed. But I take 1 damage because of bleed. And it's my turn. And I'm going to see if I take another damage because of bleed. Ooh. Alright, we'll draw 1. Gain CP. Let's see. Let's go on my offensive roll phase. We just got to do 6 damage. Should be easy to do. 1, 1, 4, 4. I'll reroll the 6. I'm going to lock in that Death Blossom. And I'm dealing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 5, 6, and I'm making it undefendable. So 6 undefendable. Takes them out. Nice. 6 undefendable, taking them out, and he gets a I get a level 4 loot chest, which is the highest reward that you can get. Roll loot die. 19. Alright, so 19 for level 4 gives me an epic. That is very nice. So let's go over to the epic. put it right here. Alright, so it's the end of. So once he's defeated, he's out. Still got bleed on me. Alright, and guys, I think we're going to take a little break right here. And then I will come back to finish this game up. Let's do it.